down there somewhere. Right, welcome back guys, back in the woods. Today I'm going to try something a little different, something I've not done before. I'm going to try making a Swedish fire torch, which is, if you don't know, like a one log fire. So split one log down, light a fire in the centre of it, and it sort of self-feeds itself. Got a little challenge to go with how to prepare this fire. I'm going to basically only use one knife, a knife I haven't really used much on the channel. I use it a bit in my scouting and at home, but I haven't really used it out and about in the woods, so I thought I'll give you guys a look at this knife and we'll go from there. Walter's got himself stuck, so I've got to go and free him now. So this is the tool in question. This is a Condor Hudson Bay 8-inch, the large one basically. It's an absolute mammoth of a knife. Like I say, I use it quite a bit at home for splitting stuff in my fire pit. I use it quite a bit in my scouting for when I don't have an axe to hand, but I haven't really, as I said, used it a lot on the channel. So I thought I'd come out, see if it does everything that I need it to do to prepare and light a fire in a Swedish fire torch. That's the knife, beast. Show you the log. Here's the piece of wood in mind. It's a big chunk of ash, as I've said. Luckily, where it's dried out, where it had been cut, it's already got a nice cross on the top, so hopefully that's going to help with me splitting it. Got myself a bit of a log to use as a batten. Hopefully this is going to be strong enough. This is a bit of ash as well. Problem. So there you go, I've just chopped in a wedge and hopefully I can drive that in, which will help open the wood up when the knife gets stuck. So that's in there, little wedge in the top. That opens that right up. I'll come around this side so you can see. Open that up a bit more. Oh, snap my batten now. Oh. Right, got myself another club to use, but as you can see, it's starting to open right up now. So the knife's not loose, that still needs a bit of a beating. Nice one out. We'll just drive that home now. There we go. And as you can see, that's why it was getting hot and stuck. There's a massive knot in the middle of it there. Didn't see that from the outside. So as you can see, that was tough going, but you know, it's a big old knife. It's over, I think it's about 5mm thick, so I had no problem with giving it some, caning it with those sticks. And then the use of the wedge, just a bit of, you know, just think about it. If something's not working, adapt and overcome. Right, 2 more splits to split down these 2 halves, and then we'll be halfway there. There you go. When you do it right, it's easy. And there we have it, 4/4 of our 1 log fire. Now, what I need to do is feed the dog. Come this way. Right, so what I need to do is I now need to hollow out the middle. Now usually, you put, bad example, usually you'd put a stop cut in about there and then chop this bit out, so then that bit stays solid and then this bit's hollow. So when you put all 4 together, you've got that bit missing. Now because I've only got the knife, I'm not using my saw, I'm going to have to sort of shave this out, this pith out, and leave the same amount at the bottom of both ends. So I'll see how well that goes just by chopping it out. Notch in there with that water. And we'll chop out everything below that line. Something along that sort of line, so you keep this bit whole and this bit gets shaved down. I might need to do a bit more, but once I've got all 4 done, I'll put them together and I'll see how big the hole is. No, you do you. You carry on with your antler. Thank you. It's wood. So, there we have all 4/4 all hollowed out in the middle. Now, usually you bind these together at the bottom with a bit of wire or something. I haven't got a bit of wire, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury it sort of only about 1/3 deep, maybe not even that, just so it doesn't fall apart, and then I can put some sticks between them just to allow the airflow, and then I'll get to lighting a fire in the middle. What could possibly go wrong? So, we're at a place where we've had plenty of fires before, so a bit of a fire pit here. You helping, Walter? You digging? Right. And that, for a first attempt, that one's twisted a little bit, but it's not too bad. That, for a first attempt, I don't think it's too bad. Right, now we've got it all laid out, it's time to build a fire in it. So with the back of the knife, I scraped off a load of pine resin. Nice fresh pine resin, it's still quite sticky, so that should take a spark from the ferro rod. That should take a spark quite nicely. Also, I'm going to fill this to the brim with small sticks and all sorts of stuff. water needs to be in the way at all times. Sticky. Right, so this knife does throw a good spark with the ferro rod, but one thing you do have to, because it's a big knife, one thing you do have to consider is having a big ferro rod, because you haven't got a whole lot of wiggle room with it. So I'm going to try like this with that, and we've got from there. Right, I did get the pine resin going in the end, so let's try scraping that down into there. I think we've done it. First attempt at a Swedish fire torch. And I've got a coffee on the go. So let's have a little roundup, shall we? Condor Hudson Bay. It's a beast of a knife. There's only maybe one point when I first started splitting that log that I thought, is this tool not capable? But now look. Proof's in the pudding. Proof is in, well, the proof will be in that cup of coffee, and also my lunch that I'm going to cook up in a minute. Proper scout camp cooking. Super noodles on a Swedish fire torch. Who'd have thought? So, my final thoughts. This knife. No paid promotion, nothing like that. It's just a knife that I own that I thought I'd come out and give a go doing something that I'd never done before. So I think for the weight of it, I think it's well worth carrying. I wouldn't know the weight of it off the top of my head. I'll write it down there somewhere. It's an absolute mammoth of a knife if you were just, to have it hanging off your belt. But it does nearly everything you want it to. You can do little finicky bits like right up here. You can split big old logs with it like I did. You can, it scrapes the fire steel really well. Lots of uses for a knife that size. Do you think this is a big knife? Is this a big knife? Is it too big? Tell me. Do you have a knife that's bigger? Like I said, I think it's 8 inches. I can't remember what that is in metric. Is it something that you would carry in your bag just as a replacement for an axe? I mean, in my eyes, you can't replace an axe because an axe is a different tool. But as a large knife for a chopper, it's done everything, hasn't it? I mean, that was a big old piece of ash that I tried to split open today, utilising a wedge or two, but still was able to split that log. So, yeah, resounding success, I think, on the Swedish fire torch. Like I said, first time I've ever made one. I'm hooked already. I'm thinking, can I make another one already? Like I said, I think I'll try and get the scouts to make them. That's a good winter term project. Let me know. Too big? Not big enough? I love it. I think it's a brilliant knife. So, like, share, press the button, and we'll make some more videos, and we'll see where this thing goes. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.